we are reviewing a software engineer C++. Thank you to the person who sent this in. I actually could look at the keywords. It has been a while since I reviewed a C++ specific resume. Also, if you like this kind of resume review content, because I am a corporate recruiter and I want to help you all out, please like, comment, and subscribe. It is very helpful. So what we're going to be looking for is C++, C#, .NET, SQL, Cloud, any type of SQL, ideally Microsoft SQL, but really if you have any other type of SQL, it's fine. Cloud, any type of cloud, typically it's AWS, but again, any type of cloud is fine. And here we get into these ones are in a lot of job descriptions, but they're not in all. So Git, Angular, Node.js, API, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Yes, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript were in a ton of them. Visual Studios, I'm writing that down wrong, VU. Also, while not mandatory, if you can shoehorn in a single IDE, it might be beneficial. There were not a lot. I did a search. It was only in the United States, 3,200 jobs on LinkedIn required IDE, which is a vastly small amount compared to the overall, but you know, if it's rare, they might like it. So this person has applied to 20, their ratio is 25-1, which is solid. That's better than average. Again, for software engineering particularly, if yours is better than 50-1, you're good. I think a 50-1 is like the bare minimum that passes. So 25-1 is very good. So I'm expecting this resume to be solid. So with that, they developed and maintained features in a real-time multi-threaded. You know what? I think multi-threaded was one. I've seen that a lot. C++ audio application used by hundreds of thousands of users. That's fine. Perfect. Demonstrated the ability to work in a high-pressure environment, leading this should be cross-functional. Again, sorry, dog just snorted. Again, spelling, people get, unless the job is specifically says like large attention to detail and grammatical accuracy, spelling is not necessarily a deal breaker. This should be leading cross-functional teams. Not a huge deal. Team efforts to diagnose and resolve critical bugs and crashes. Collaborative principal engineers for Reactor Legacy Code. This is okay. The manager would like this. Recruiter wouldn't understand it. I don't know what this one is. DevOps. Ooh, if you have DevOps, that's good. That's a bonus, but it's not on there. Deliver technical presentation. And see, here's the thing. These are great. I'm just going to need a little more of these keywords. All you need to do is just shoe in a couple of these keywords, and I think your ratio will be even better. But these are very well structured sentences. Past mentored, education, bachelor. It's fine. Typically, I want the bachelor's up top, but I would say your formatting is a little off. But again, this isn't bad. Programming language, good. You only did a little bit. These are some. Yeah, this would pass. I think particularly, I remember doing this a while ago. I think I had a multi-threaded search, and it was a real nightmare actually finding candidates with that on it. So I think this alone might be helping you so much. But I just want more of these. That's all. Just put more of these in here. All you have to do is just say, like, development for your real-time multi-threaded C++. That's fine. I would say designed and maintained pipeline using blah-de-blah, or integrated for hardware using blankety-blank. So yeah, this is very specific, and I think it's good. I just want a little more keywords, but I don't think you're too far. That's going to take you like 10 minutes max to put in. Also, make it black and white. Blue and black and white is not as good. Very minor quibble. Overall, I can definitely see how this passes. Also, I don't like skill sections, but a smaller skill section is typically better. Because, again, there's people immediately see which ones. So yeah, a couple of formatting issues. Overall, not bad. I think really this right here, this is the kicker, because I remember searching for that once, and I think it was a nightmare. So, yeah, just add any type of SQL, any type of cloud, any .NET. A lot of them needed .NET, and maybe a couple of these if you have it, and I think you're golden. So overall, you're very close, I think, to having a phenomenal resume, but, you know, again, 1 to 25 is a solid ratio, so keep the old one just in case. It's been a bit since I actually searched for a C++. So, especially that multi-threaded. Keep that multi-threaded in. Keep that multi-threaded in. All right. Let's go to the next video. All right. We've got a cashier. So the formatting of this is going to look awkward because they put their full name, and this is the only thing I can show without doxing them. So I'm sorry. Don't put your full name and number, please. On your real resume, do that. But this is a cashier. They are looking to be a cashier. So let's see what else they said. They don't know how many they've applied, but they're looking for a part-time job, and I think this is very important. I do a lot of software engineers, but I do other resumes as well. So what we're going to be looking for as a cashier is going to be customer service, that you can multitask, take direction, along with constructive criticism, that you can clean, that you can organize and keep a fully stocked everything. That you've had cash handling and basic math, that you've used POS or SOP. I don't actually remember what SOP stands for, but POS is point of sales, I think. It is important. I forgot the actual acronym name. And then you can prepare food and drinks while meeting health standards. So these are actually what we're going to be looking for. In addition, on my website, I tell everybody about my template. This is the template. It's great. This is what I recommend people use. But this actually, and don't worry, that's my name. You can find me on LinkedIn. I don't care if I dox myself on that. This is below my template is actually how to write a customer service / cashier one. So you can actually go there and kind of copy how this works. And I was accurate on what their qualifications were. So what we're going to be looking for is all those stuff. And let me see your real one, which I have over here, which people can't see because I don't want to dox you. A dedicated professional with experience in restaurants, retail, and cleaning service, skilled in customer service, cash handling, maintaining cleanliness, known for strong communication, problem solving, and teamwork. They are a permanent resident of Canada and a part-time student. They're eligible to work unlimited hours. That's actually really good to say, especially if because you don't want them to be biased against you based on the rest of this. So here's my problem is these are not good bullet points. The formatting is way off. Cleaned homes, hygiene, handled credit card, digital payments. So your sorry, your bullet points are not bad. You just need more of them. Look, here's how I want you to do it, right? This is how I want you to write your resume. I want it to be this boring. I want it to be this basic. Boring is best in resumes. And then how you're going to write this is it's actually going to look something like this. This is the end product. Again, that's my name. I can dox myself. Is you're going to put your education or cert up here, which I don't know if you actually have. Let me look at this. That's fine. If you don't have it, that's okay. Oh, no, you have a BA. That's fine. Yeah, you should put your BA up top because it's ongoing, right? You just put ongoing, and then what you're going to do is you're going to write it like this because the way you've written it is I cannot tell what you have. So I want you to write it like this. I want you to say operated or point of sale, POS, cash register, collect money from customers, perform basic math to give them proper change, keeping them engaged with customer service while prepare their food and beverages, gave customers correct change by adding, subtracting cash. This is how I want you to write your bullet points. All right. Cause this right here handled cash, credit card, digital payments, ensuring accuracy in daily transaction is fine, but I don't know how long you've been there for. Oh yeah, that's February to October. That's solid. Your formatting is hurting your chances so much. Also, you did it in the wrong order. The reverse chronological order. The last job you had should be first up front. So guided customers in selecting, closing, ensuring a positive shopping experience is fine, but I need more. I need at least 3 bullet points per. Now, truthfully, I might actually move forward with this. The problem is the formatting. I know a lot of recruiters would probably get lost at this and not figure it out, or the manager would. But if you fix the formatting and you had at least 3 bullet points per job, I think you're going to rock through the interviews, or rock through the actual, like you will be really solid. You will go through a lot of them very well, and you'll get a lot more interviews. So please fix the formatting, add a couple of more bullets, and just about this basic stuff. This stuff right here: customer service, take direction, constructive criticism, cash handling, basic math, preparing food and drinks while health standards. I just need more, and use this very basic style. The more basic, the better. Okay, I want it to look like this. This is how it should look. Although obviously not my name, because you're not me. So, yeah. Overall, you kind of had the right idea. I just need more. I might be able to move you forward with this, but I just need more. So good start. I think we can make this better. Let's go to the next one. For this resume, we have a senior program manager, which is different than a project manager, which is potentially different than a manager. So what they did ask me beforehand is they asked if they were being too ambitious for a director level with 9 years, and I'd say no, because truthfully, a director level at company A may require different years of experience than director level at company B. Company A may need 4 years, company B may need 17. So shoot your shot. That's what I'm gonna say. Do what you gotta do. Try it out. They also asked if there's a way for you to watch me do this live on Twitch. Yes, if you go to my schedule. But they asked if I could share a date timeline. I will be honest, I do not read the notes for the resumes until I am doing them live. So if you have a question for me, please go to Twitch and ask me there. If you put a question in the notes in like when I review a resume, I will not see it until I see your resume. So sorry about that, but yeah, let's go. They've applied to 1 to 50, which I think is solid. So program managers can be a little bit difficult, especially like the senior, because you're sort of crossing over into actual management, which is, again, program manager is different than management. So what we're going to generally like to see is how your ideas worked and why you had them. This is a qualification. Cross-functional stakeholders, and that you can explain complex topics to stakeholders is one, along with the details of your project. So we're looking for like how many projects you had at once, that kind of thing. So how many projects you had at once, how big they were, how much they cost, how much you kept it under, budget, that kind of thing. And vendors is also one. They also want to see Word, Excel, PowerPoint, the industry you're in, and Agile. Again, you don't have to have a crazy amount, just like put this very briefly. And then how your ideas impacted the company. So those are a little bit different, but that's what we're going to be looking for program manager. So, seasoned program manager with 9 years experience in a cross-functional leadership role with a focus on customer experience, highly experienced in multiple project management tools and methodologies, okay, with a proven track record of driving stakeholder alignment, navigating ambiguity, influencing C-suits and medical devices, seeking to leverage program management. Okay, so I'm not a huge fan of summaries, but for a high-level manager, sometimes you do want a summary. I just think this is too long, right? I want something that is, instead of all this, say program, don't say season. You're not a meal. You could just say program manager with 9+ years of experience in cross-functional leadership, which could. Agile is fine. I would say Agile, Scrum, Waterfall is not as used frequently. You can have that in the bullet point. Who has done X and Y, which drove like to stakeholders and influencing C-suite, right? You want to condense this down so that the recruiter understands. So there's honestly a little too much corporate lingo here that it's possible the person reading your resume may not understand it. So next one, manage programs to achieve 2,000 service margin, 14 cost savings, turn service to a project center for vital sustainability. Develop, okay, so this is not bad, but I think this is okay. This is a fine intro sentence, but no, sorry, this is a fine sentence. I don't think it's a fine intro sentence. Apologies. Acid reflux is acting up. So what we're going to be looking for here is I want your first bullet point to be a summary of this job. So manage programs, fine. How many programs? What I want to see is managed like 12 programs or whatever, 20 programs, 40 programs, with budgets ranging from X to Y and teams from Z to X that were cross-functional in an X, Y, and Z environment that led to a total of X cost savings, okay? So I just want a little bit more. I want a generalized description of what you do that is so basic a toddler can understand it. Then this is a fine second bullet point. Develop roadmaps and KPIs to reduce inventory by 1.3 million, ensuring alignment with budget gesture for operation efficiency and maintaining quality standards. That's okay. Again, that is okay. Automated reports and discuss for improving product performance. This is okay, but I need more. How did you do that? So the mark of a good bullet point is what, which is the keyword or qualification, how you did it, and why you did it. Right now, what I'm looking for is most of those are missing some. This is what and how, and why, but I'm missing how you did it. This is what, so the keyword, but I'm missing why. I don't know why this is important. This, on the other hand, is missing the what. Roadmaps and KPIs, not as much of a keyword as you would think. They're important to have, but those are not the actual keywords. These are going to be sort of the keywords. So yeah, that's sort of what I'm missing from this, basically. So let's see, I'm trying to think of anything else. Agile, yeah. It's also too dense. Like, your formatting is hurting that, because, like, there's a lot here. This should not be bolded. Please use my formatting, even though the formatting I have is what you want. The basic boring formatting is it. And I just need you to make a little bit of changes. So the very first bullet point is a very summary that people that do not understand anything about your industry can understand what you do. If you went to a career day at a kindergarten and you said, I manage programs to achieve 2,030% service margin and increase of 14 million in savings, the toddlers would be like, what? And I need you to write that in a way that the toddlers would be like, oh, I get what you do. And then you can go in the rest of them, where I'm going to need keywords that are what you did, which is the qualification or keyword. More so qualification rather than keyword. Higher you go, the less important the keywords are. You still have them if you can. The what, keyword qualification, how you did it, and why you did it. So again, this resume has proven to go forward. I understand why. That's fine. But I also, here's another thing is, I need a little bit more about your industry. I assume it's medical, which I think I saw something with medical here, but I don't know your actual industry. A lot of them want your industry. So you're going to need to redo a lot of these bullet points. You're going to need to redo the formatting a little bit, and then we should actually get you to there. And I know you're saying, how do I go into people program manager? The issue is you apply, because company A may have different qualifications, and this may be enough to go into more of the people management. So, which I also don't see entirely, but we all got to start somewhere. So I hope this was helpful. Also, the PMP is great. You want the PMP up top. That's good. I am not a fan of putting it necessarily in your name. I would put education and put the PMP up top, and then do the MS and BE. So, but you definitely do want the PMP, because sometimes people might mistake it for the name, which hopefully not, but the PMP is good. So I hope that made a lot of sense. I am very tired at the time of recording this, but I think that's actually important for me to record stuff while exhausted and tired, because the recruiter who's reviewing this may also be exhausted and tired, and you have to get past somebody who is exhausted and tired and probably distracted and has 1,000 things going on. So stop by the channel. I can give you more help. Again, just whenever I'm live, you can ask me when the resume is, and I'll help you there. But let's move on to the next resume. We are reviewing a product/project manager. Those are different roles, but a lot of companies use them interchangeably. And this is a case of where product or project manager at company A is going to be wildly different than product manager at company B. So what we're going to be looking for is primarily these and these. So PMP, CSM, customer, stakeholder, agile, matrix or cross-functional. The number of team members you have, how you solve problems, and you use your influence, because this is a type of job where you have a lot of responsibility, but not necessarily a lot of power. And how you use resources for your success, and the number of projects and budgets. So with that saying, let's go ahead. So the first thing that screams to me is that you say that you're an analyst advertising analytics. That is, I can't say that, but that is not a product project manager. So unless something got weird, but as far as I'm aware, it didn't. As far as I'm aware, you sent this as a project product manager. So, yeah, and that's going to throw a lot of people. And you didn't give me any notes or anything, so I'm assuming you're maybe looking into going into project management. So that could be a problem immediately. But when I look at this, it also doesn't scream project or product management to me. So collaborating cross-functionally is fine, right? That's good. KPIs track effectiveness of campaigns and optimize digital media, but there's not enough here. So your formatting is mostly fine, but if you are trying to move into product project manager, your first bullet point needs to scream at me that you've done this type of stuff. So like, I'm honestly hesitant to think, like, maybe I should go back and see if I misclicked something. So let me know if this is wrong, and you actually did apply for like an analyst role and you clicked the wrong button or put in the wrong thing on my website. But this doesn't say anything about product project management. This is an almost sentence. What I would like to see is how many projects you've done in the first one. The first bullet point needs to be, it absolutely needs to be a summary, right? That is where you show the recruiter that even though this says analyst/advertising analytics, you have done project product management, and this doesn't say it. And I am just scanning through the rest of this, and it still doesn't read like it. So they want to know that you had a problem and then you solved it with like people power or soft influence, and I don't see any of that. So I see agile, which pops up there, and that's good. But like, do I see stakeholders? No, I don't see stakeholders. Do I see, let's see, multitask? Technically, but here it is, right down here. But they're not going to go that far down. So your format is fine, but this is not going to fly as a project manager, and I think that's why it's 75 to zip or 75 to 1 is because they're not actually looking like they see this, and then they will probably immediately discard your resume. So I want you to resubmit it, and I want you to use the keywords over here, and I want you to make this I want you to actually make this, or alternatively a summary, which this is the one time you should do a summary, which says moving into product management from analytics, right? That'll make sense. And then you show in this sentence as well how you manage projects. What was the budget? How many products and projects did you manage? How you solved or influenced things. And in addition, when you resubmit, please do pick product or project manager. They are actually different sometimes, so that'll be more clarity. So I can't move this forward based on what I've seen. There's really no keywords. There's not a lot of qualifications, and it does read like an analytics expert. I cannot say that word. So let's move on to the next resume. This is a network engineer. I've never recruited for this. I think I've done one LAN, SAN, and WAN engineer, and even then I don't remember if that is related. It might not be. So this is outside my wheelhouse. I looked up the keywords and qualifications the best I could. They may not be accurate, but I'm very happy because this person is getting a 1 to 25 ratio, which honestly means they probably don't need my help. So a 1 to 25 is a great ratio. They literally just submitted to be like, hey, I have a good resume. Why is it good? Should I change anything? So let's see. What we're going to be looking for, I think, because again, haven't done this, and this is the kind of thing where I talk with the manager to get, but I cannot do that for this type of, thing, is product project. No, that's the wrong button. This HIPAA 42SFR. All of these keywords: Unix, Linux shells, routing, switching, IP services, and network automation, and a degree. So this isn't even the right resume. This is still the previous one. Let me pull it up real quick. Did I mention that I'm tired, y'all? So let's move this over. This is the actual correct resume. All right. So do they have what that is? Formatting is not the greatest, but again, it's not terrible. You have your certs, which are very important, which you have the CCNP and the NA, which I assume are important. You also have Azure, which, cloud may also, again, this is outside my domain for a bit. Redacted, title, led and designed a brand new office topology supporting 400 plus endpoints, worked with a team of 6, including vendors and ISP. I think ISP was one as well. Vendors is good. Automated install process for VoIP. I assume that's one. PowerShell is one. Developed MDM plan and tune for enterprise using network. Network is good. VPNs. Yeah, so these are phenomenal bullet points. I want to be very clear. These are very good bullet points. The way I'm not even sure if these are the correct keywords or not, but I assume they are because of the amount of interviews. This is how you write well. And this is how you write good bullet points. So yeah, props. Collaborated on the server migration with contractors. Okay, so yeah, your bullet points are fine. The only thing I would say is you should maybe use my formatting. That might actually help a little bit. But the education and cert sections are going to be long because this seems to be a type of industry where these certs are going to be long. So maybe my formatting may help you increase the ratio, but 1 to 25 is good. I don't know, like if you're getting 1 to 25, you don't really need help. That's like phenomenal. So yeah, good job. I love how you wrote these. I assume these are the right keywords and qualifications. Yep, Cisco is one. So yeah, props. I can see how this is definitely getting you interviews. And this is also why I think it's important to note that yes, formatting can be bad, but as long as the bullet points are good and they're easy to read, it's not as bad. So this is phenomenal. That ends this video. I will see you all in the next video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.